Good morning. Happy Monday, Heather.
Hey, Michelle, how are you?
Oh my gosh. Well, we had the best weekend in case no one saw on Instagram or Facebook, but we got to celebrate together and share the book, 111 Angel Messages. And it was just the best time. It's like family, soul family all together.
It really was such a great weekend. It was fun to celebrate Michelle and her book. And yeah, we had a great time.
And Heather and I did a special little photo shoot, and we'll see if Aiden can post it. And if not, it's on my Facebook or my Instagram. But very often, people don't realize what a height difference there is between Heather and I because I'm 5 feet tall, and Heather, you are.
6 feet tall.
Yeah, and then Heather puts on heels, and I'm like, could you please just wear flats when we are hanging out or no shoes? So anyway, we took a fun picture. You'll get to see our height difference, and then we have a great one in the chair. But it was a beautiful time, and it was really fun to celebrate with everyone. So thank you for that.
Oh, of course. It was so amazing. It's just always fun to have such amazing people all in the same room. Like there was so much love and support. And I'm sure the link for your book, Aiden will put in the chat, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's out, and I'm really excited about it. One of the things I wanted to start with today is an angel message for everyone because this morning when I was getting ready to, come on here, the message that kept coming through is really that we are, all of us, being asked to heal our deep wounding right now. So whether this is a childhood trauma, money issues, relationship issues, death, depression, whatever it is that we're going through right now, like we are being not just urged and encouraged to look inside and heal these things, but I want to say highly supported by the universe, by the angels, to really take that time to look at it. What they're telling me to say is with grace and forgiveness. So instead of always beating ourselves up over what we're doing wrong, just really seeing like, oh yeah, that's been a challenge for me. But 2026 is around the corner, and this is the year that we get to step into some new energy, a strong energy, and really take charge of our lives and overcome some of those core wounds.
Thanks, Michelle. I cannot believe that 2026 is just around the corner.
I know this year flew by.
It really did fly by. And I think a lot of us are kind of looking forward to the new year and maybe some new shifts and some better energy.
Yeah, it's going to happen. We've definitely got new shifts. Our job right now is to heal what we need to leave behind us in 2025, or at least begin that journey. When we give ourselves a deadline, if we say things to ourselves like, this is going to take the rest of my life to heal from, what we're doing is we are now co-creating with the universe. Here is a wound that is going to take the rest of your life to overcome. If we allow the healing process to be rapid, to move faster, it will be. So just really be aware of how we're speaking to ourselves.
Thanks, Michelle. And then did we want to share our new little thing that we're doing today?
Yes, let's do that.
So we've had people write in and wanted to share, we really want to focus on like the little miracles or like little sweet things that are happening around us. And so someone wrote in and shared an experience that they had. So we just wanted to share it with everyone. It's from Karina, and she wrote in, just wanted to share an angel wink. I was listening to Suzanne Giesman podcast today at work with guest medium Cheryl Page, exploring the phrase, what if strategy. Talks about, have you ever wondered if you are making up those signs, synchronicities, and messages from spirit? I thought to myself, that was a really good podcast. So I came home after work today, literally 30 minutes ago. I was excited to see your book, 111 Angel Messages, arrived on my doorstep. And before I opened and skimmed through all the pages, I decided I'm going to ask my angels, what message do they have for me that I needed right now? Closing my eyes and opening to a random page. And when I looked to the right side was page 31, the title, What If? What if you realize how powerful you truly are? This is the answer my soul needed today, embracing every word. You can't make this up. And I love that so much.
I love that too. And you know what else? That goes in alignment with the message from the angels this morning, giving ourselves that room to say, what if for something good, for a change? We say, what if about it, how it's going to go wrong, where we're going to fail all the time. But when we leave that possibility, what if I could heal from this trauma faster than anyone imagined. What if, in that beautiful way, there's a lot of power in there.
Thank you so much for writing in and sharing that with us.
Yes. Send us some more. We love that. We want to share one every week.
Yes, we'll have like Monday miracles and Mondays with Michelle. Well, we'll just get going with our questions in the chat, and thank you all for being here and writing in. Our first question is from Jennifer. She said, can my daughter's guides or angels please tell me what I need to know to be the best mother I can possibly be for her during this new phase in her life as she starts junior high and becomes a teen?
Oh my gosh, I love that. It's a beautiful question. And really, the answer is so clear to me: be present, right? So often we think that people in our lives are going to require more things. And as a mom, you know this, Heather, and I know this too, right? It's like, how are we there for our kids? Really, what I have found and what the angels are saying today is being present is the most important thing. And don't be surprised that sometimes the big conversations come when you're in the car driving to get a hamburger or going out for ice cream. Like there's what they're wanting me to use for you specifically with your daughter is gentleness, just leaving these gentle openings for being present and the conversations to come. But I have a really good feeling about her. So I would say just be there, be present.
Thanks, Michelle. Next question is from Shelley. Hi, Michelle. I'm in such turmoil for many reasons, but mainly money and work. Do you see any promotions for me in the very near future?
Yeah. So what I'm hearing right now from the life guides is the answer is yes, but I'm going to tell you it's looking like it's February or March. So it's not coming right now, but it isn't that far off. So it's a few months away still, but the answer is they're just showing me like flow. And it looks like to me it's my sign for money. So it's flowing in, but we're looking at February or March.
Thanks, Michelle. This question's from Maya. Hi, how do I reclaim my power with people that have previously dimmed my light?
Okay, so let's talk about that. That's a great question, and I love that. So no one can dim your light. Here's what I'm going to tell you. No one can dim your light. We give our power away and say they dimmed our light, right? But at the end of the day, no one can dim your light. So reclaiming your power and letting your light shine is an inside job. And it's really about starting to see that people, right, are seeing life through their own lens. Some of it might be unintentional. They're just functioning from what they believe reality is in their world. And it might be that way for them, but it's not that way for you. So the only people who can dim your light are the people you give your power to, and they're not actually dimming it. You're telling yourself a story that they're dimming it. Someone said this to me. Someone doesn't think I'm smart enough, rich enough, whatever story. So you're dimming your light. So really what you want to do with this is you want to imagine yourself cutting these energetic cords or ties that you have to these people, because it's the story that they're telling you that's making you dim your own light.
Thanks, Michelle. Yeah, I found that too. Like, if I'm like when we hear these things from people, it's like if I don't internalize it or I don't believe it, it's not true to me. And like you said, it's their story.
Yeah, I say this all the time to my friends, my family, my kids. Like they'll say something and I will literally be like, is that a true story? Or that's not a true story. I probably say that 200 times a day. It's ridiculous. But it's because I just want everyone to be aware, including myself, of the stories we're telling ourselves all the time. So I love that, Heather.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember there was a time, it was like probably 3 or 4 years ago, when I was really trying to figure out like what direction I wanted to take. And there was a certain path that I wanted to take. And in my mind, I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that. And I had this realization and I was like, well, who's telling me I can't do it? And I like did an assessment of all the people in my life. And I realized, oh, it was me the whole time that was telling myself that I couldn't do the thing that I really wanted to do. And it was like this huge aha moment, but it was so small because I realized I was the one holding myself back. And I was believing the story that I couldn't do the thing that I dreamed of doing. So.
Yeah, absolutely. We do it all the time. It's part of our human conditioning.
Absolutely. Our next question is from Kim. She says, my mom and I had a very challenging relationship while she was alive. Her birthday is this week, and I've been making amends from my part in the story. Does she have a message for me?
Yeah. So, I mean, I just want to say this real clearly. Your mom, as well as all the other loved ones we have in spirit, they leave behind the junk when they transition to that heavenly realm, right? So graduation is them getting this huge, clear view on, oh, my part in this story, your part in this story, and all your loved ones can feel for you in that heavenly realm is love. So your mom is like, I'm giving you like 2 thumbs up. It's like, we are good, we're okay. Look for the relationship with your mom that you want to have and you want to create now, because now when you're connecting with your mom, you're not connecting just to the memories of her, but you're actually connecting to her higher self, which is that most beautiful, clear, clean version of her.
Thanks, Michelle. Next question's from Mary. Is there something in my house giving me headaches and not feeling well?
So the first thing that I heard was mold. So I would tell you, it does not feel like an energy or anything like that to me, but I would, if you live in an area where that you're likely to have that, go check your attic, go check your basement. There, that was the first word that I heard.
Thanks, Michelle. Next question's from Peggy. She said, "Hi, I'm recovering from neuroplastic pain, which means there's nothing wrong in my body. I would love to know what my beautiful people that are beyond the veil want to say to me."
Yeah. So let's talk about our bodies right now. Our bodies, it's kind of like a phantom pain, if I'm feeling that correctly, right? Or is that kind of what it sounded like?
Yeah.
Our bodies carry so much energy for us. They carry grief, they carry stress, they carry joy, they carry so much. And what I'm hearing from your loved ones is that this is about almost like giving yourself permission to be feeling good and healthy and happy. So when we identify with a story or we make it ours, then it becomes almost more ingrained in your energy field. So first of all, I just want you to start talking about this as a situation, because what you're doing is you're already then putting some distance between you and it. But this is permission to heal, permission to feel good, permission to not live in pain. One of the things that I want to say from an older female, so either mom or grandma, there's part of you that is unconsciously almost doing this. She's touching my nose. So she touches your nose when she's around you, just so you know, you're going to get tingling or fuzzes or a little tap right there. But what she distracted me with touching my nose. Anyway, what she's telling me is there's some part of you that is almost like, let's say mom or grandma had a really hard life or a lot of physical ailments. There's part of you that's almost feeling loyal to that. So you don't feel like you deserve to be healthy, happy, whole, thriving because grandma or mom suffered in that way. This is absolutely not accurate. You deserve the best, healthiest, most pain-free life possible. So go ahead and allow yourself to release this. They're telling me hypnosis. So I would tell you, look into hypnosis or neuro-linguistic programming. These two things will help rewire your brain around this story that is keeping you stuck.
Thanks, Michelle. Carrie wrote in, and today is her 55th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And she said it's her 5th year without her daughter here. If there were any messages for her.
Yeah. So your daughter's really spunky because she just came in and she's like, oh, we're not counting years here. That doesn't matter. So she's coming in and she says, Mom, I want you to know that I am with you every second of every day. This isn't 5 years without me. She's saying she's getting a little spicy. She says, this is 5 years with the new me. She's calling it the new me, right? So really realizing that in her human form, you are always going to miss that. As humans, I feel like we never get over that. But your daughter's wanting to come in really active, really alive, and saying, I've walked every second of every day with you. She sends you a lot of music, and there's something with birds, because you're going to get a lot of feathers, or you're getting blue jays or cardinals, but she's giving me a lot of bird energy. So happy birthday. One of the things that I want to say to you as a medium is we need to focus on the presence of our loved ones in spirit, right? So if I keep looking at my loved one's empty chair and saying, they're not here, they're not here, they're not here, I'm focusing on their absence. But the more I see the signs, the more I read a birthday card or a love letter from one of them, or look at a picture of a happy day, the more I'm focusing on their presence. your daughter's asking you with so much love. Focus on my presence, Mom. I'm still right here.
Thanks, Michelle. Next question's from Carol. Will my son eventually live on his own?
I am getting yes, but it still feels a ways away. I'm getting like 4 to 6 years. So he will go. It's interesting though, because there's going to be either like a roommate, or it's not going to be him literally living in his own, because I feel like there's 2 people in this location, but it's about 4 to 6 years away.
Thanks, Michelle. Next question's from Maui Medium and Astrology. And weren't you just in Maui last week, Michelle?
I was just in Maui. I love Hawaii.
One of your favorite places, I know that.
Yes.
They wrote in, hello, how can we forgive ourselves from a broken promise made and now that person is on the other side?
Yeah. This is a huge question. So let's talk about this. We have our human story, right? Which we've been talking about already today. And I want to tell you, this is a false story that you're telling yourself, because the broken promise is what we're internalizing in human form. But on a soul level, we need to assume that the soul agreements and the things that needed to happen were completed, because this relationship is now completed, right? And what I would tell you is this isn't about, because I'm just getting from your guides, I want to say this right now, like you are truly whipping yourself mentally and emotionally, and it's like this flogging energy, and they are looking at you with so much love and compassion and saying that this is unnecessary. And so is this loved one on the other side, younger male, I believe, right? With that being said, there's so much love and compassion for you, and know that this person in spirit doesn't want that for you either. They understand the big picture too now. Again, looking for that relationship of love and compassion with yourself and the person in spirit, and for their presence, because I am seeing so many white feathers around you, which to me, the energy coming in, and you might be finding white feathers, is just peace and love. They're like the little down feathers. So it's like this heartfelt, warm, fuzzy energy. The other thing is that I want to say this, because the guides are bringing this up. What part of you benefits from identifying with that story? Because sometimes when we are telling ourselves a story, and it keeps us stuck, or it keeps us in this energy of beating ourselves up all the time, there's a reason for it. Because if I say I can't forgive myself, then I can't move forward in my life and accomplish what? Or I can't give myself permission to be happy, right? So just notice, and I want you to do it with love and compassion for yourself, because it can feel the energy of how much you beat yourself up. In what way does this story benefit you or keep you small? But it's almost in a comfortable way, is the energy that I'm going to get, because there are big, big things for you. The guides are saying, if you will let yourself embrace the love and light that you truly are.
Thanks. That was a really good question.
It was. A lot of people are going to benefit from that question. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. Next question's from Leah. My friend Peter lost his mom on Thursday, and on Friday, while meditating, saw and heard messages from his mom, dad, and sister. Did this actually happen, or was it just my mind making it up?
Nope, this actually happened. I have really big goosebumps right now. So a lot of times I will hear mediums say like, oh, you can't contact the other side for 6 months, or you need to give them time to adjust. Here's been my experience. As soon as the human or the sitter is ready for the message, they are right there, because they have not left you and they do not feel disconnected from you. So the fact that you would see all of them together makes even more sense, because they're coming in with this love, this compassion, this, hey, we're all here and we're all here to support you now. So it was accurate and it was real.
And then Leah had a follow-up question. It said, will Peter and I take our relationship to the next level?
I got most likely, and that came in pretty darn quick. It was like most likely. So you're going to have real clarity on that by February, is what I'm being told. But it feels very, very likely.
Thanks, Michelle. And then our next question is from Eva. It says, work instability this week. Does it impact me directly?
No.
That was
It was
You're
fast.
coming in quick today.
I love when the guides are that quick. The answer is no. Let's go back on that though a little bit, because this is kind of the theme for today, right? You want to stand in your power. Don't give your light away. Don't let someone else dim your light. So things are happening at work. They're happening around you. They're happening in other people's stories. But I feel like you, more than most people, can create your little bubble and kind of just like, I just feel like you're walking around and you're happy and you're okay. So be aware of where you're giving your power out to. The other thing that I want to add onto that is steer clear of gossip this week, because the only energy that I feel that could be challenging for you is if somehow you get caught up in that. And then, gossip breeds more gossip and more gossip. And before you know it, it's not even the accurate story. But I just want to tell you, like, bubble yourself, do your own little thing. There's peace in your world and you're going to be fine.
Thanks, Michelle. Next question's from Melanie. I am searching for an editor for a series of books I have written, yet I have no money to pay an editor and my account is currently negative. Is the money coming soon for me to pay them?
Okay, so I'm hearing a couple things about that. One, I want you to think about other ways to find editors, because you can get on things like, I think it's Upwork and stuff like that, and hire editors, and that's not $30,000. But I am feeling that will be coming in. There's a lot of, it's really interesting. I don't know if your lights have been blinking, but for some reason they're showing me, not you, Heather, the person with the question, they're showing me a lot of blinking lights. But what they're wanting me to say is, like, for you to notice this, because this is telling you there's energetic movement to get you to the point that you want to be. Don't forget to help yourself in this process, right? So often we want the universe to fix something, and a lot of times miracles happen, and it does. And there are also many times where we have to take action steps forward and the universe meets us there. This feels like it's one of those situations.
Yeah, when you were talking, I was thinking about, I am so guilty of this. Like, I need a certain outcome. Like, I have in my mind how it's supposed to be and how it's all supposed to work out. Like, this is exactly what needs to happen. And when I kind of take a step back and open up the idea that there could be all these different ways that my goal could be met, and it's not just this one path that I'm like, I need this from the universe, it's interesting how different opportunities and things present themselves.
Yeah, it's amazing. So you're right. As soon as we say to the universe it has to be option A or B, we are limiting the ways in which we can receive help and guidance and clarity in the things we're looking for.
Thanks for that question. Next question is from Aubrey. Hi, Michelle. Any notes from my guides about where to put my focus right now? Feel like I'm spinning my wheels on social for my nutrition business and not sure that's the best ROI of my time creativity.
I would agree with you, because the energy they're giving me is grounding. So really think about, like, getting roots and ground into the earth, because the spinning energy that you're feeling is almost the energy that it's like, yeah, it's just things are passing by. But the minute you get grounded, I see you like catching the baseball, right? There's like, oh, we've got contact. So this is really about grounding yourself. And the other thing that the guides are saying about this is knowing that we have to be able to energetically back up what we are asking others to buy, right? So if I am going to do a reading, I got to feel, if I'm going to charge $10,000 for an hour, I better be able to give you the social security number. You know what I mean? Or at least in my book, that's what I'm thinking of, the loved one in spirit, right? Here's the list of social security numbers. So as long as you feel like also you are energetically backing up your product, right? The values have to add up. Otherwise, if we feel like we're charging more than we're worth, there's a misconnect.
Thanks, Michelle. And then I just noticed in the chat a follow-up from the previous question when you mentioned the blinking lights. Melanie wrote in and said, yes, lots of blinking lights. I love that.
I love that too. I'm like, why are they showing me this? So just know every time you're seeing those blinking lights, the universe is like, we have movement, we're helping you take the necessary steps you need to.
I love that. This question's from Mary. My daughter just moved to another state, and I'm wondering if you can please tell me if she will meet someone special and or connect with a good group of friends. Thank you so much.
I am feeling that. I want to say slow start. So it might be a few months for that because I just feel like a sluggish energy in the beginning. But then I feel like when we're looking at the year and a half mark, I feel her quite happy and adjusted well.
Thanks, Michelle. And our next question is from Amy. I've had 2 husbands who both passed away while we were married. Will I have another man in my life to spend the rest of my life with?
Okay. When I feel your energy, there's a little bit of a push-pull energy on this. So I want to say, number one, yes, the opportunity to have a life partner is absolutely available to you, but there's this little bit of push-pull. So I think there's part of you that wants one, and then maybe there's part of you that feels guilty, or there's part of you that's worried because you're like, I don't want to outlive a third partner, right? Whatever these stories are, because I feel this little tug-of-war energy inside. But the answer is absolutely yes, there's one available. But your job to be the vibrational match for this partner is to go in and figure out what this tug of war is and really come to peace on a decision.
Thanks, Michelle. Our next question is from Carol. Will my new private practice be a success?
I am getting yes. Again, I'm getting a little bit slower of a start, but I do feel like it's going to be successful.
Thank you. And then our next question's from Naveen. Any love guidance for me? I am in no contact and have no clarity.
Okay, love guidance. Okay, here's the first thing that your guides are saying about this. This whole situation with you specifically is about learning to love and value yourself. So right now, they're showing me literally this empty cup. And this is going to be for you about how do I fill my own cup? How do I love myself? How do I laugh at my flaws? How do I laugh at, the stories I'm telling myself that aren't accurate? But this energy is really coming in. They're telling me to say, don't mistake this for self-care, right? So you brush your teeth, you shower, maybe you get your nails done, whatever it is you do. You do self-care, but that's different than self-love. And your guides are showing me the empty cup on the self-love. So start to find the things in you that you love and start to give yourself space around the things that you don't love about yourself. We always have room to change, but the only one who can change us is us. Also, like I often say on here, when we have an idea of our ideal partner, remember we have to be the vibrational match for that. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about what you want in a partnership. If you want someone who's happy, you've got to find ways to make yourself happy.
Thanks, Michelle. Our next question, this is an interesting one. Can spirits come through mirrors and affect you when you are sleeping?
Okay, that is an interesting one. So I know a lot of people in the spiritual world who say this. I would say yes. Are there times when I look at a mirror and I'm like, oh, that's a portal? Yeah, I can feel that. So there are certain places where I can feel portals with mirrors. I don't know that they are affecting you while you're sleeping. If you're feeling that they are, call in Archangel Michael, call in your angels, light a candle, set an intention. Remember, you have free will on a soul level and a human level. So our souls chose to be here, and then we get here, and our humanness has opportunity to choose what we want to do with the time that we're here. What that means is that your life is very sovereign if you choose to make it that way. And so I would say call in your angels if you are feeling that you're, being watched or whatever it is when you're sleeping. But there is a vibration of a portal there. But it's nothing. I'm laughing because the angels came in and they're like, yeah, but it's nothing we can't close. So if you want it closed, ask your angels to close it too.
Thanks, Michelle. Well, we are all out of time today. So just wanted to thank everyone for joining in and for all your great questions. And next week, we will be reading more questions that you've submitted online. Today, we just kind of focused on the chat, but we kind of go back and forth. But next week, we will get to those questions that people have submitted online.
Yeah, gosh, today went fast, but you know what? It's always just such an honor and a pleasure to get to connect with everyone. I wish you a wonderful week ahead. Theme of the day, theme of the week, don't give your power away, right? No one else can dim your light. So really notice during the day where you're giving your power away, even if it's something like small, someone cut you off at traffic and it triggers you. Guess what? You just gave your power away to the car that cut you off. So really start to notice where you're at, and the more we can self-regulate, the healthier and happier we're going to be.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thanks so much. I wish everyone a beautiful week ahead. Bye.